You'll be everything else but who you are. The children of Israel.
God.
Go back to Ezekiel 35 and 1. Now that we know that Ezekiel 35 and 1. Now that we know that Edom was given Mount Seir, now we know that the biblical name for their forefather Esau, they became a nation, called themselves the Edomites. Now let's see what it says. Remember, it's saying the enemies and the haters, the ones that hate us. But see, you don't know that because the Most High has not opened up your mind to see this. They're not teaching this in church.
God.
But listen to what it says here. Ezekiel 35 and 1.
Ezekiel chapter 35 verse 1. Moreover, the word of the Most High came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir.
So now he's saying, set your face against Mount Seir. Now, I went back to show you who lived in Mount Seir. The mountains. Mountainous people. The Edomites, the so-called white people. That's who he's talking to. Ready?
And prophesied against it.
Most I said prophesy against the so-called white people. What did he say?
And said to it, Thus saith the Most High power.
This was the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Remember, check it out. The Most High made that clear, and I made it clear to you. He's not the power of the Most High, Abraham, Isaac, and Esau, right? But Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Esau's fraternal twin brother. He made that clear to you. Ready?
Behold, on Mount Seir, I am against thee.
See what the Most High say? He against them. Ready?
And I will stretch out mine hand against thee.
He's going to stretch out his hand against the so-called white people. Ready?
And I will make thee most desolate.
He's going to make them most desolate. Just like he made us most desolate. Ready?
I will lay thy cities waste.
He's going to lay all their cities waste. America's doomed, man. This is the future of America right here. Straight up. Whether y'all want to understand it or not. What did he say he's going to do to those cities?
So, lay thy cities waste.
He's going to lay those cities waste. Come on.
And thou shalt be desolate.
They'll be desolate. Come on.
And thou shalt know I am the Most High.
They're going to know that this is from the Most High. Why is he going to do this? Why is the Most High going to lay all their cities waste and burn up everything they got? Verse 5.
Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
You have had a perpetual hatred against who?
And hast shed the blood of the children of Israel.
You have shed our blood. Because we're the children of Israel. They have shed the blood of the children of Israel. Read.
By the force of the sword.
By the force of the sword. Come on.
In the time of their calamity.
In the time of our calamity. Our big brother was right there to kill us, along with the enemies. Read.
In the time that their iniquity had an end.
In the time that iniquity had an end. You understand what he's saying here? Because it's also, they have done that, and it also is a future prophecy when you understand Revelation 12 and 12, brother. Yeah. We understand what they're going to do and say, when our iniquity had an end, that means when our sins are over. This is what they plan on doing. That's why you got to be ready. You have a relationship with the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. He's our power, and nobody else's power. Can't nobody come before me right now and prove that the Most High said he loved anybody else but us out of this Bible. You can think however you want to think, because ain't nothing, a lot of you ain't nothing but a bunch of signposts anyway. All you think about, who you think about? When you go from yourself, thinking about yourself and knowing you're a Negro descent, who you think about? Who you worried about? You ain't worried about nobody but that so-called white man. That's all you care about is that so-called white man. That's your master, and that's who you really care about. Because that's all you're thinking about. When we here to tell you about you, brother, you're the king of the Most High. We're the kings of the Most High. We're the ones going to rule this world forever and ever and ever. Can't nobody stop this. Read.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 12.
This is what the devil planned. Read.
Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth.
So woe to all them that live in this earth. and wells,
and of the sea.
and out there in the sea. Come on.
For the devil is come down.
The devil has come down. Read.
Unto you, having great wrath.
Having great wrath. You hear that? The devil has come down among us, having great wrath. Read.
Because he knows that he had but a short time.
He knows that he had a short time. He know he got a short time. Now listen, I says how Esau will come against us and kill us when our iniquity have it in. Who he gonna do it to? Verse 17.
And the dragon was wrought with the woman.
And the dragon represents the serpent, represents the devil, represents Satan, represents the beast, and represents the so-called white man, Edomites. Because they all are what color? Red. You don't believe it? I mean, it's all there. Revelation 12 and 3. Let's see what color they are.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 3. And there appeared another wonder in heaven.
Another wonder right here in the earth. Another prophecy on this earth. Read.
And behold, a great red dragon.
A great what?
Red dragon.
So the dragon is what color?
Red.
The dragon is red. Read.
Having 7 heads and 10 horns.
Having 7 heads and 10 horns. Who the 7 heads? The Greeks, the Romans, the Spanish, the French, the Germans, the Russians, the British. You hear that? That's the 7 heads of who? The so-called white man's empire. And then EEC, the European Economic Community, or the European Community, represents the 10 heads that support the 7 leading empires of the Edomite nations, man. The superpowers of the Edomite nation. Once again, the Greeks, the Romans, the Spanish, the French, the Germans, the Russians, the British. That's the 7 leading empires that they have. So it's all here. Jump to verse 9.
Verse 9. And the great dragon was cast out.
So the great dragon, which is what color? Red. Red was cast out. Who is he?
That old serpent.
The old serpent. So the serpent is what color?
Red.
Go ahead.
That called the devil.
So the devil is what color?
Red.
Red. Go ahead.
And Satan.
And Satan is what color?
Red.
Red. What? I mean, come on. Read.
Which deceived the whole world.
Which deceived the whole world. That lied to the whole world. Read. He was. Give me Genesis 25:25. Let's see what else is read. It's very clear here when you look at how the Bible is broken down. And when you understand what's going on here. Because a lot of y'all think that's the white man's book. This Bible is condemning them right now as you hear it. Make it be his. It can't be his. Read that.
Genesis chapter 25, verse 25.
Right.
And the first came out red.
First came out what color?
Red.
Red again. So the first came out red. Red.
All over like a hairy garment.
Came out red all over like a hairy garment. Read.
And they called his name Esau.
They called his name what?
Esau.
They called his name Esau. That's the so-called white man's forefather. And they became a nation called themselves the Edomites. This is something that, you know, a lot of y'all say, why are they out there talking about the white man? Why not? You need to know your enemy. You need to know who was sold to, because a lot of y'all done forgotten. A lot of y'all need to go see that movie. 12 Years of Slavery. You need to go look at it. Wake your butt up. So we see who's red? Esau's red, the Edomites red, the dragon's red, the serpent's red, the beast is red, the devil is red, Satan's red, all of them red. Go back to Revelation 12 and 17.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 17.
Right.
And the dragon was wrought with the woman.
The dragon was wrought with the woman. Who's the woman? So the dragon represent who? Esau. Remember the dragon was red? Red dragon had 7 heads and 10 horns. Who that represent? Esau, the Edomites. Was wrought with the woman. Give me Jeremiah 6 and 2. Who this woman?
Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 2. And I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman.
Right. So this woman is talking about the daughter of Zion, who are the 12 tribes of Israel. Go back to Revelation 12 and 17 again.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 17. And the dragon was wrought with the woman.
So the dragon will be wrought with the woman. The dragon, who is who? Who is this? The Edomites. Read.
and went to make war with the remnant of her seed.
So the Edomites going to make war with the remnant, or the 1/3 of the seed of Israel, we the children of Israel, that do what? Read.
Which keep the commandments of the Most High.
Keep the commandments of the laws of the Most High, because a lot of y'all don't follow the laws. That's why they said you set up to go straight to hell. You're going to be the least in the kingdom of heaven. You're going to die. Read.
And have the testimony of Hamashiach Yahushua.
Right. We have the testimony of Hamashiach Yahushua from the beginning. When it says in the beginning, oh yeah, the Most High and Hamashiach Yahushua created all the worlds that we see now and those that we can't see. He made things visible and invisible. That's what we're looking at here. What they're going to do? They're going to come down against us. Are you ready for that? You think about it. All the things they just shot, police just shot, what, a 13-year-old boy? He had a play assault rifle and a play gun. That means you can't even play. 13 years old, he was a child. That means you can't send your child out there going over his friend's house. Police seen it, they killed him. Killed him. How you justify that? Give me Zechariah 11:5. So you tell you that they're going to come down on the remnant of those that keep the commandments of the Most High and have the testimony of Hamashiach Yahushua. Read this.
Zechariah chapter 11 verse 5. Whose oppressors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
Our oppressors been slaying us forever and hold themselves what?
Not guilty.
When Zimmerman went to trial for killing Trayvon Martin, what was the verdict?
Not guilty.
When the 4 officers whipped Rodney King to death, when the first officer, what was the verdict?
Not guilty.
Was the second officer verdict?
Not guilty.
Was the third officer verdict?
Not guilty.
Was the fourth officer verdict?
Not guilty.
When they killed Emmett Till, what's the verdict of all of them that killed Emmett Till?
Not guilty.
What about all the 100 million of us that died from the west coast and the east coast of Africa all the way to America? What's the verdict?
Not guilty.
That's right, they hold themselves not guilty. 77 million of the North American Indians that was killed to get this land. What they hold themselves?
Not guilty.
That's right. And y'all right along with them. Give me Isaiah, the 13th chapter, the 14th verse. Y'all Ethiopian? Yeah, I know. How you doing, sister? Take care of them boys.
They all we got.
That's right. That's all we got. That's the future. Straight up. You like a strong sister? Read that. Give me the first verse. Let's see what it's talking about so you understand. So we got a topic that we're going on. Let's read the first verse.
11 and 1?
And 1, yeah. Verse 13 and 1.
Isaiah chapter 13 verse 1. The burden of Babylon.
Burden of who?
Babylon.
The burden of Babylon. Read.
Which Isaiah the son of Amoz did see.
Right, so we gotta look who this Babylon represents. Give me Psalms 137 and verse 7. So the Bible answers itself, so we're gonna look at who this Babylon represents. Read that.
Psalm chapter 137 verse 7.
Read.
Remember, O Most High, the children of Edom.
So Most High is, David is saying, Most High, remember the children of Edom. Edom represent the so-called white people today. That's their biblical name. Remember the children of Edom. Read.
In the day of Jerusalem.
In the day of Jerusalem, what did they do?
Who said, raise it.
They said what?
Raise it.
They said raise it.
Raise it.
Burn it down.
Even to the foundation thereof.
Burn our city down to the foundation, they said. But y'all know about that because y'all don't know what the Bible's talking about. And you don't know your story. All you know is his story. That's why you lost. That's why you destroyed for what? A lack of knowledge. What did they do? First Ezra 4 and 45. This is what they done. They said raise it even to the foundation thereof. Burn it down, burn it down. Many of stories. We're ready to go to Feast of Dedication. Feast of Lights. What happened there? Warriors, the Maccabees, redeemed our temple back that the Edomites destroyed and defiled. Oh yeah, we're going to go through that too. And y'all get ready to go through Thanksgiving. On some Halloween first, right? And that, when Halloween?
Next Thursday.
Next Thursday?
It's coming Thursday.
Oh man, I forgot about that one. Read this.
First Ezra chapter 4, verse 45. Thou also hast vowed to build up the temple, which the Edomites burned when Judea was made desolate
Hear that?
by the Chaldees.
By the Babylonians. Ethiopia, like do some of you Ethiopia.
God.
And they had us in captivity for 70 years. I recognize them.
God.
Yeah. But he got most I got something for them. But you see, the Edomites burned down our temple. When the Ethiopians just passed by, when they came and took us into captivity for 70 years. For what? For breaking the Most High's commandments. We went into captivity, slavery, and bondage. But you don't know that because you just think you come on slave ships for what? Because they want to just bring some slaves. Now the Most High ordained them to bring you over here in slave ships. We just read it in Deuteronomy 28 and 68 chapter. And that verse. So go back to Psalms 137 and let's read the verse 7 again.
Psalm chapter 137, verse 7. Remember, O Most High, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon.
Now it's identified who Edom is. Who is Edom?
O daughter of Babylon.
So Edom, the so-called white people, represent the daughter of Babylon. So that Babylon, when we go back to Isaiah 13 chapter, represents the Edomites. O daughter of Babylon, read.
Who ought to be destroyed.
Who ought to be destroyed. But Hamashiach Yahushua is coming back to destroy them. Read.
Happy shall he be.
Also I say, happy shall it be. Read.
That rewarded thee as thou hast served us.
We're going to reward them as they have served us. You know how violently they have served us. You better understand. Right, until this day. Read.
Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stone.
Say, happy shall it be to take the so-called white babies and dash them through the stones. Read.
I will praise thee.
No. Is that it? So that's all we need. Go back to Isaiah 13. Go, give me Hosea 13 and 16. Hosea? Samaria, desolate. Come, read that.
Hosea chapter 13, verse 16. Samaria shall become desolate, for she had rebelled against her power.
Yeah, that's northern tribes. The 10 tribes, Most High took them out of the northern tribes because they rebelled against the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Read.
They shall fall by the sword.
They will fall by the sword. Read.
Their infants shall be dashed in pieces.
Their infants were dashed in pieces. The indigenous people that was here, what happened to us?
Their infants shall be dashed in pieces.
I got a book here. It's called by Bartholomew de las Casas. It's by Bartholomew de las Casas, a short account of the destruction of the Indies. And he's telling here in this book what they did. And I can show you how just what the Most High say gonna do to them. A lot of pictures in this book is what is gonna happen to them, just what they did to us. They on the gallows. I don't know if that's it or not. I don't think so. Bear with me. Well, you know, say a picture worth 1,000 words, right?
the white people in moment.
Oh, here it is.
That's what you can see. You can see here. Can you see this? Is that being seen? You see that where a woman is hanging a baby on the side, and you see they have body parts that they're getting ready to feed our people if they starve us out. That's one. Here's another one. There's another one where after they had starved us out, they made us eat each other. You can see a baby burning. Right there, they barbecuing a baby. They got all kind of body parts. This is what the Edomites done to us, indigenous people that was here. Here it is. Read that again up. See it? Hosea 13 and 16.
Isaiah chapter 13.
Hosea.
Yeah, come. Hosea chapter 13, verse 16. Samaria shall become desolate, for she has rebelled against her power. They shall fall by the sword. Their infants shall be dashed in pieces, and their women with child shall be ripped up.
Hear that? That's why you see the woman hanging her baby. They would rather die than to come and let the Edomites do what they was going to do. Whipped and pop. That's what they did in slavery. You know anything about slavery? They would take the women in a circle, they would choose one of the pregnant women, and they would choose one and hang her upside down and rip the baby out of the stomach and stop it in front of the other pregnant women. Scare tactics. So they'd be fearful of who? Our enemy. Oh, y'all done forgot. That's right, y'all been Edomitized. Y'all think this your friend. No, you don't do that to a people and think that it's okay. Read it again, listen. This is what happened to us.
Samaria shall become desolate, for she hath rebelled against her power. They shall fall by the sword. Their infants shall be dashed in pieces.
And the infants going to be dashed in pieces. Read.
And their women with child shall be ripped up.
That's what happened to us. They ripped us up. Our women, I say our glory will be made shameful. It's bad, man. It's terrible what happened to us. But here we are, thinking that everything's okay. Go back to Isaiah 13th chapter. Read verse 14. No, verse 13.
Isaiah chapter 13, verse 13. Therefore, I will shake the heavens.
Hold on. Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 13, verse 13. Therefore, I will shake the heavens.
Also, I say you're going to shake the heavens right here on the earth. This heaven right here on the earth. Really?
And the earth shall remove out of her place.
So the earth going to remove out of her place. Come on.
In the wrath of the most high power of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger.
Hear that? Whole lot of nuclear destruction going to be happening on this earth. Destroying this baby. Read.
And it shall be as the chaste roe.
So they're going to be as a chaste roe. Who is talking about? Verse 1 again.
The burden of Babylon.
Burden of Babylon. We just showed you that Babylon represents the so-called white people. Because all the tradition that they have is like Babylon. Sorcery, witchcraft, all kind of madness that you can think of and can't think of. Come on. So let's talk about this Caucasian race. Jump to verse 14 again.
And it shall be as the chaste roe.
They're going to be like a chased deer. Read.
And as a sheep that no man taketh up.
And as a sheep that no man taketh up. Ain't nobody want to be bothered with them in this day. Read.
They shall every man turn to his own people.
Yeah, every man going to turn to his own people. That means the Arabs going to turn to the Arabs. East Indians going to turn to the East Indians. Japanese to the Japanese. Chinese to the Chinese. Africans to the Africans. Israelites to the Israelites. So-called white people to the so-called white people. Read.
And flee everyone to his own land.
But where you so-called Negroes going? Where you Israelites going? Where you going to flee to? Where your land at? You better not say Africa, because ain't no African came over here and said, come on back home, never. They ain't even sent you a damn ticket on a damn rowboat. They go from here anywhere outside of America. And now you can't go because you ain't got no passport.
Right,
The white man has showed it up so you can't even get out of here if you ain't got no passport. That's why our only hope is with the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the Most High. That's our only power. We got to represent him. You got to come back and represent the Most High. And stop being afraid. Read. They're going to be like a chased deer. Every man going to turn to his own people. Read.
Everyone that is found shall be thrust through.
Everyone that's found will be killed, it's saying. Everyone that's found will be killed. And you know, California due for a great shaking. A great shaking here.
They prepare for every October, the great shakedown.
That's like they just had what they had the other week, right?
Great shakedown.
The great shakedown where everybody thinks you rehearse it for an earthquake, right? Because everybody running up under the desks and so forth. You say you love, right?
Yeah.
You want to deal with that Hey, Shalom. You know?
Gonna be when I don't be there.
Yeah. Boom.
Everyone that is found shall be thrust through.
So every one of them that's found will be killed. Thrust through, it says. Read.
And everyone that is joined unto them.
All you that's joined unto them, in holy matrimony, you're married to them, you out hanging out with them, they're your everyday cool
BFF
friends. You know what I mean? All you that's joined to them, read,
shall fall by the sword.
you're going to be killed. Read.
Their children also shall be dashed to pieces.
Just like they dashed our children to pieces, we showed you. Their children are going to be dashed to pieces, read.
Before their eyes.
Right before their eyes, just like I showed you. Our children was smashed and dashed to pieces right before our eyes. They thought it was barbecuing us, getting ready to eat us. Like they had the little baby. You see the little baby was barbecued.
Yep.
Cannibals. They like dark meat. You know they say you go black, you never go back.
That's the good meat. Dark meat is the good best meat.
Yeah. The old man said the blacker the bread, the sweeter the juice. That's right. You heard that before, Mel?
Yeah.
You heard that, right? That's right. That's an old saying. So this is what it's talking about, y'all. So y'all joined it to them. Most I ain't with that. He not with that. He ain't with no interracial marriages. If that was the case, why is it when the Mashiach was saying, give me Deuteronomy 32:8, let's find out. If the Most High, let me show you what the Most High did. Because if he was about integration, then he would integrate everybody together. You can go nowhere in any country is like America. The great melting pot of nations. They want to heap all nations to them. Show you that too. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 32 verse 8.
Listen what the Most High did in the beginning. Read.
When the Most High divided to the nations.
So he integrated the nations.
Divided to the nations.
He divided to the nations what?
Their inheritance.
That means their lands. Read.
When he separated the sons of Adam.
So he integrated everybody together. What did he do?
Separated the sons of Adam.
He separated the sons of Adam. Now, if you believe you're going to do something contrary to the Most